It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and the focus is on Patrick Queen. He's a leader of this defense with 73 tackles so far this season. It's the Colts and the Jags, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance and a tune-up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, you're not happy about it. And he will be focusing on rectifying those things here.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, ETN gets it. We're working a couple of yards past the line. A.J. Terrell making that stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. On 4th down, Hurts. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. And on 3rd down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Hurts to throw. He finds Stover. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminded yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And you also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go put a score on the board. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
There's a give up the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Play action. It's Minshew. Bateman hauls it in. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the shotgun, Minshew. Pearsall there to grab it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. He goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll run here on first down. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Minshew. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
The Jaguars and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. 2nd among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. That's taken in by Etienne. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Michael Badgley going to try and knock this through for 3. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Lambeau able to put it through. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Badgley on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. 1st and 10, Minshew. Hauled in by Tyler Boyd. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Takes the handoff. Now Minshew. He lets one fly deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Minshew working from the gun. Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Colts ready for the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be Jaguars football. On 1st down, Hurts. ETN on the catch. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Allen, the motion man left. Hurts now from the gun. He'll dump this one. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Throwing on first is Minshew. Hauled in left side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They'll cobble together a yard there. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Minshew. Complete to Pearsall. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They snap it. Here's Minshew. Boyd hauls it in. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on. And turns out, handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing on.
Time for the 2nd quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. Minshew on 1st down. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6, and it sets up 2nd down. Sticking in the air with Minshew. Cut by Hunt.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Gibson will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case, a toss, make sure.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Colts capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. John Parker Romo out to try the point after. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Colts take a 4-point lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Jaguars headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Here's ETN on first down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They go right back to ETN. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Colts adding a man to the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He has the first over the middle. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hurts looking to throw. He'll get this to ETN. And they had that one contained right at the line. A.J. Terrell making that stop. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them Give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
From the gun, here's Akers. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal. Trying an option here, play to the left. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It'll be a 5-yard gain. That brings up 3rd and goal. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
From a bit closer now, another look at 3rd and goal. ETN, and he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No pickup on the run, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, this defense simply outplayed the offense here in these first 3 downs. And now they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
They're going a little pop pass here, sweeping across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Well, you're trying to bust a tendency right there, and it backfired big time on the 4th down gamble. You respect them getting creative in a key spot, but you got to be able to execute if you're trying something like that.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line.
Tight end gets it running forward. And this is going to result in a safety. Give him 2 points in the ball. You know, generally down around your own end zone, you're thinking less of driving the length of the field. Initially, you're just trying to buy some space and prevent a safety.
This is called situational football. You work on it all through training camp, right? It's not just a 2-minute drill. This can be equally important. Just get that first down. Just get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Well, the defense wasn't having it.
That's taken at the 15. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. A play fake now hurts to throw. He rolls to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and well, they got one of them to move that time. Hurt. taken in by ETN.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
On second down, it's ETN. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's Akers up the middle. And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Michael Badgley going to try and knock this through for 3. He was good on his first attempt and his second from a little over 45 here. Lambeau able to put it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Antonio Gibson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now. From the shotgun, Minshew. That's brought in by Hunt. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Minshew now on 3rd down. Complete out to the right. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down for a loss. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Sam Martin on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Etienne on the catch. And he'll get it up to the 44. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. From the 44 here on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Here he is on 3rd and long. He finds Stover. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Hurts now from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. So early movement for the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. And they can't push the lead beyond a field goal.
You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely on line. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
One final shot before halftime. Here's a loft deep down the middle. This is going to fall down the whole way to the turf, incomplete. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. Jordan Love leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back-to-back carries here. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Minshew working from the gun. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
This one finds Boyd. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Jaguars are going to take over from deep in their own side. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. This is complete to Olave. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. A.J. Terrell making that stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 26-yard line.
Gibson here from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Hauled in left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. They bring the tight end in motion. On the run, it's ETN. It's a pickup of 2, and they'll need a lot more than that on 2nd and 18. On the play fake, it's Hurts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 4th and long. The Jaguars in the punt formation. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Colts will take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action, it's Minshew. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Minshew. Cut by Hunt. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. New set of downs for him at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They've got a man in motion. Here's Gibson on second down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line. His defense just kept swarming.
5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Throwing on first is Minshew. That'll be complete to Gibson. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. New set of downs for him at the 38. Man in motion here. Minshew on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You love a huddle, Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They'll run. Gibson is in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a third-quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Colts will line up for the two-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And that one's going to hit the turf.
Well, there's a reason he's playing defense, because he couldn't quite corral that one, but in the end, it doesn't matter. He still does the job and denies 2 points.
His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. The Colts got him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
And on third down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Running back sent in motion left. From the pistol, Hurts. He'll get this to Etienne. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Colts have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through the 4th. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 21-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Cut by Gibson.
You know, Kate, it is so nice to have a running back that can catch it too. And a pass catcher that is so good in a select package of plays just like that through the air. That screen is devastating to a defense when you got a runner that can catch it like that.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. 3rd and long, it's Minshew. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And this one doesn't go far. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Taken in by Etienne. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Colts take over 1st.
The Colts ready to take the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Minshew to throw. That finds Hunt, complete. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, ball at the 36. Handoff now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Minshew now on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Finds Stover. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Shotgun handoff to Akers. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10. Here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Hurts throwing again. He finds Stover. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain of space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Inside handoff goes to ETN. Stiff arm success. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And it's barely anything on that run, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Gets this to Stover. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing now. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Desperation time here on 4th. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it right too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
The Colts offense set to head out. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Another carry for him. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Colts in a victory formation as they kneel it down.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.